Hello, fellow creative people. Let me hope we are all doing well and great. Today we are going to be looking at something that is actually special that you need to understand, because you may be that side asking yourself also a lot of questions about online courses. Okay, where can I find online courses? Why would I go for online courses without being scammed? I look at people at times and I'm like, and usually most of us Africans, we trust schools than buying any online courses. Okay, so we are not willing to buy any course from online. We are like, they are scams, they are this. Or even ourselves, we have skills that we would like to sell off and begin earning money from them. But we are like, no, that is not possible. It can't happen. You get it? Though people like posting these online courses on different platforms and they are for buying, and you find them making some good money, okay, as they sleep, as they are like, you get it? So you may be asking yourself whether you want to buy, whether you are specifically having a skill and you're good at it and you want to like share it with people at a cost. You can join these platforms and submit your course. Once it is approved, you start earning money. Okay, so the site takes a portion, you also take a portion. Okay, so let us start with trying to understand what are online courses basically. Okay, so let me see if I can highlight this. Yeah, what are online courses? Okay, so we start with online courses are classes you take over the internet instead of going to a physical classroom. Okay, they can include videos, okay, readings, quizzes, assignments, and sometimes live sessions with instructors. People use them to learn new skills, earn certificates, or even complete full degrees, all from where they are. Okay, so I think it is direct and simply explained. Let me repeat it. What are online courses? Online courses are classes you take over the internet instead of going to a physical classroom. They can include videos, readings, quizzes, assignments, and sometimes live sessions with instructors. People use them to learn new skills, earn certificates, or even complete full degrees, all from where they are. So usually people, when you talk of online courses, they believe, let me say, here we have in Uganda, we have physical universities, okay, that go ahead to offer like online programs whereby you only go to the campus to register, or you register online physically. Okay, so you pay your money, you are admitted as a student, and you meet your lecturers or tutors online. Okay, so when it comes maybe to 6 in the evening, your lessons or lectures begin, okay, on the site of the university. So you can go for that program, but basically here what we are going to be looking at, those specific platforms, okay, that I'm yet to mention, that provide those programs whereby anyone else can join. Okay, and we shall be looking at the differences between university programs and actually the actual platforms where you can go and acquire these courses. Okay, so places where to buy trusted video courses without being scammed. Okay, so most of the times you find that these courses, most times those that are basically need physical practice, okay, you find that these courses are decoded to video. Okay, so places where to buy trusted video courses without being scammed. One is Udemy, okay, and the URL is here. that is Udemy, that is www.udemy.com. So this is a huge section and very popular. Courses often go on sale, okay, like $10 to $20 each. With Udemy courses, they even have courses that go up to 2,000 and above. But usually, let me give you a tip. Okay, usually sign up to the platform, subscribe to their email list, like newsletter. So usually every month they have, maybe towards the end or towards the beginning of the month, they usually offer discounts, whereby you find a course that would have been $1,000, you find them offering a discount and they are selling it at maybe $20, $10. You find a course of $60 being sold $9. So that is the time for you to buy. If you have low money, okay, then you take that course. They don't remove any videos, because you may ask yourself, if they are giving it at an offer, do they remove some videos? And when they get to the full price, they include those videos. They take out nothing. Okay, so you buying it at $9, you get the same package as someone who bought it at $1,000 or $60. It is just that you bought it at a time when it is at offer. Okay, so Udemy is one of them. Coursera, okay, Coursera is number 2, whereby you find, and usually when you go to online and try to find out where to buy these courses, Coursera usually you find a lot of the courses that you find on Udemy, you find them on Coursera. Okay, so Coursera is also another platform that is on that is basically on URL link, that is www.coursera.org. okay, university level courses, some are free to audit, pay for the certificate. Then the other thing that I had left out, the Udemy certificate is basically free. Once you complete the course, they offer you a free certificate, okay, that you can refer to at any time, that you can print out at any time. Then number 3, we go to Skillshare. Okay, so with Udemy, it has no subscriptions. Like for it, you buy a course. Okay, you either take a free course or you buy a course specifically. And these are courses from different individuals. It isn't a university, but from the different individuals. And the certificate after studying is rewarded by Udemy, not that individual, but Udemy as the platform. Then the difference between Udemy and Skillshare is, one, I will stand on one specific reason where the difference comes in from. Skillshare is a subscription, like for it lies more on subscription, whereby you pay every month or annually and you can learn anything on the platform. But with Udemy, you buy a specific course. Okay, so let us go ahead and try to break it down. So Skillshare is number 3 on the platforms, and its URL link is basically Skillshare, that is basically www.skillshare.com. Subscription model, that is monthly, free, unlimited classes. Okay, now yes, it can be monthly. Yeah, it is you to choose whether you are paying for 1 month specifically or unlimited classes that are basically with a year or annual fee that you have to subscribe to. Okay, so I wouldn't advise you to go for the free courses, because you find they give just a hint of what you would be studying. So it is rather better you go for the whole package. Then great for creative fields, design, video editing, etc. So this one with Skillshare, and with Skillshare specifically, they are giving a hint whereby it is like, from the research that I've happened to make, it is more of great for creative fields, okay? Design, video editing, etc. So if at all you are looking at learning graphics designing, learning video editing, and so many others, so look at joining Skillshare. Then when it comes to another platform whereby you could get online courses, we have LinkedIn Learning, www.linkedin.com/learning. Very professional, business and tech focused, okay? Free trial available, then subscription, okay? So that is with LinkedIn Learning. So if you're there and you're looking at where you would go and buy a course, okay, and you learn, then number 5, we go to masterclass, www.masterclass.com. High-end courses taught by celebrities and experts, okay? So that is with masterclass, okay? Then subscriptions only, very polished content, okay? Subscriptions only. So here I believe that what they are like trying to mean is you do not buy a course, but you only subscribe, okay? And this varies, okay? Very polished content. Then when it comes to Domestika, I've used the Domestika, I've used the Udemy, I've used the Skillshare, okay? When it comes to Domestika, that is www.domestika.org. It basically focuses on creative courses, that is art, photography, and design. They even go ahead and look at coding and so many other courses. You pay per course, lifetime access. So this one works more like Udemy. But what I would say about Domestika, it is more detailed, where you find that so it is a little bit complicated to navigate around. It has totally high quality content, so it needs you to have a little bit of more data as compared to Udemy. Then when it comes to Teachable, Stroke, ThinkFic platforms individual teachers use, okay? So this is more with individual teachers, so you make sure the teacher or school is reputable before buying, okay? So I believe this is up to you, because this provides more like with teacher basis. Great if already trusted the creator, okay? So you know the person you're buying from, okay? So like those are like the fine 7 platforms. But what I would advise you with, the ones that I would actually advise, that is Udemy, Skillshare, and Domestika, because also me myself have so far used those platforms, because I can even try to show you. Let me see here. I can even try to show you, because I've happened to use this. As you see here, I even have Udemy goes ahead to have an app whereby you can, after like downloading your course, you can go online and take these courses. So far I've had a course in animation, so far 2 of them. One, I have completed this and I've earned a certificate, okay? I'm taking a course in photography, I'm taking another course in animation. So that is proof that at least I've used some of them. And what I was like meaning, for you to subscribe to their like program, so if their newsletter program, so you happen to know like when have they released any course out there? Okay, let me see if I can show you here one of my emails. Okay, it is not accessing it. It has refused. When you're recording on screen, it is a little bit difficult, okay, to cross over, but they usually send me some of the offers that they happen to be having so that I could like join. Okay, so we go back the other side, of the notepad. Okay, sorry. Why is it now playing games? Okay, so let us continue. Tips to avoid, like tips that what you should consider before taking any course so that you avoid scams. Tips to avoid scams. Okay, always check reviews first. Okay, and the other thing is you may find that maybe Udemy, maybe any course, okay, or any platform that you're buying from. The difficult thing that I'm actually noticing with these platforms is you find that there are some people that you buy courses from and they are more of like showing off than teaching. Someone does not make anything understandable to the newbie, like to the new baby who is learning that course for the first time. So if I'm learning animation in Blender, or if I'm learning animation in Cinema 4D from the beginning to maybe to hero, maybe from beginning to advanced, okay, so you consider buying courses from 2 people or 3 people, okay, with actually almost the same title, okay, maybe learning animation in Blender from 0 to hero, maybe from 0 to advanced, okay. Why would I advise you to do that? Because you may start with a course that is actually making everything complicated, yet it would be easier for you to understand if you find a course that is actually simpler for you to get introduced to the first items and stuff as you graduate, so that if you meet another lecture or another tutor that is actually maybe in another course and is complicating everything, it is easier for you to understand. Okay, so that is what I would advise. Okay, so you do not only buy from one person, but you buy almost the same title from at least 2 people. Then you take the 2 courses. So you find that they share almost the same knowledge, but in a different way of applying it, because each of them uses different examples. Okay, so if it is too cheap or looks shady, walk away. Like for example, the other thing is, if you are not understanding the course, let me give an example. Like for Udemy, it has a refund policy. They can refund you back your money, or you can exchange, okay, and take another course. Use platforms with buyer protection, PayPal, credit cards. Okay, so that is with Udemy. Udemy has that, Domestika has that, Skillshare has that. So take that, okay, take from those platforms. Be wary of random ads on social media selling secret master classes. So just worry about these courses that are individual courses, maybe on YouTube channels and stuff. I'm not saying that whatever course you find on YouTube channels are scammers or else, but most of the times the courses that you find on Udemy and some other platforms that I've mentioned above are first of all approved by the platform owners, okay? And you should be able to buy from reputable sites that you know, not from random ads that pop up on your computer. You will be scammed, and you find that these courses they are telling you to buy a scam, okay? And you lose your money, and they even have no any refund policies, okay? Then you may be asking yourself, why would I look at buying courses on these platforms than attending a university or college? Okay, so the real good question that is, okay, and honestly it depends on what you want, okay? So first of all, before we get any little further, okay, so most of the times you find that universities have schedules, okay? So you can't go to a university and put your own program at the university. Let me give an example. They usually have daytime, whereby you find that those taking daytime, you may be learning from morning, okay? Maybe you start your lecture at 9 a.m. Then your lecture stops. Usually the lectures are 2 hours or 2:30 hours, okay? And you find that they usually have maybe one lecture a day, and one lecture a day, and you find that even some go to an extent of having just one lecture a week. Then it will take you over 2 years or 3 years to complete a certain course, and you're taking one lecture a week, okay? But depending on you, for you have time to you're also willing even to take maybe a course that is actually you're having time and you're willing to take maybe lectures the whole day. But depending on the course program and maybe the university time or the institute time, they are only giving you 3 hours a week, and they are giving you that time maybe every Monday. And you find that maybe the free time that you get at your workplace isn't consistent. Today it will be a Monday, next day it will be a Thursday or any other time, and you want to catch up. So it means that your best program is buying a course than attending a university. So let us happen to look at what I happen to gather for you. So the number one reason, first of all, is the cost. University, college, or institute costs, you find that they equal to thousands and even tens of thousands or of dollars. So one day I was looking at joining an animation university, and looking at the prices, they were totally high. You find that only one course goes for 3,000. There are those courses that go for 10,000 at universities or colleges, okay? But you find that for me to buy an online course, I bought it at $10, not even between $20 to $200. I bought it at $10. A course that was being sold, it was at 65, somewhat 200 at $250. But I happened to get the two courses at $10 each. And I got the actual knowledge that I needed, because right now I can animate, okay? So then the other idea that I would say is you meet the tutors, the world's best tutors that you wouldn't meet at campus at times. Now, let me give an example with the African situation that we happen to face. Usually you find that courses like animation and maybe digital marketing. Then when it also comes to maybe video editing, so you find that the tier 1 countries like USA, London and others, China, you find that these countries have first class lecturers, tutors and staff, okay, that are high ticket, that are more experienced, that are more versed with these devices that we use, okay, than we are, because these are new stuff that we are adopting as Africans, switching to the digital age. Okay, so you hiring or buying a course from these tutors from these first class countries, it basically means that you are working on their pace. You are acquiring knowledge that is actually on their pace. Okay, so it means that you are actually tapping into competition that is of first class countries. So you do maybe a music video that is actually their class, that you can market to their audiences, and they are not like it is of poor quality, it is of low quality, it is maybe denied airplays on TV stations that are international. So it is all cut by just buying a course that spills all the information that you need to know to compete with them. So continuing on the cost, okay, bigger savings, and especially if you do not need a degree. I would say this stuff of a degree actually depends on the platform that you are joining, because let me give an example. Udemy offers a certificate that is actually free. At least I have Udemy certificates, okay? Then speed. College is equal to 2 to 4 years plus for a degree. Online courses you can finish in days, weeks, or a few months. Like for me, what I've witnessed, depending on the course. So most of the animation courses may take you a month at least. So if you are a home-seated person, maybe you do your businesses, you're not doing anything else, you have just left high school or any forms of learning, you could join and you could even complete in 2 weeks or a week, because you have plenty of time, okay, to take courses, because you can access an account, okay, that you created. We shall be looking at that, an account that you created on any of these platforms, and you would be studying, okay. So online courses equal to you can finish in days, weeks, or a few months, okay. You can move at your own pace. I've already talked about this already, depending on the time you have, free days you have, so you can move on your own pace. Then number 3, flexibility. College has schedules and deadlines, okay. Online courses you can do anytime, evenings, weekends, lunch breaks, okay. So I talked about this already. With online courses you can take any course at any time of your choice, okay. Whether you want to take lunch hour lectures, once you buy a course you can study it at any time, okay. Then when it comes to focus, okay, college requires you to take lots of unrelated classes like general education. Online courses lets you laser focus on exactly what you want to learn. For example, let me say I attended an institute where I was like learning graphics, okay, graphics designing, professional graphics designing. So you find that most of the times that like the softwares that you use Adobe Illustrator, InDesign, Corel, Procreate, but at the start you start with learning about computer applications, customer care and that stuff. I'm not saying that it is not useful, but you are not directed specifically to something that you are wanting to learn. You start with learning some other stuff for like a certain period of time. Okay, then 6 is no admission requirements. So you find that most of the universities, they cost you for library fees, maybe what do they call it, improvement fee, that is like helping the institute grow, and some other funny charges they happen to charge you. But with online courses, you only pay for the course. No grades, no entry exams, no essays. Just sign up and learn. Because when it comes to the practical stuff like web designing and video editing, graphics, animation, motion graphics, and some other courses, you find that even the papers are less required. Once you have a skill, you can be like given a job anywhere, because they want results, not papers. Okay, so but also having papers qualifies you a lot. Okay, access to top talent. Okay, some online platforms give you courses for world-class experts, people who might not even teach at universities. That is it. Okay, but when would universities or colleges be better? If you need a degree for a career, lawyer, doctor, or engineer, those require you to go to universities. If you want structured learning, stroke professional networking, campus experience, that is to campus. Go to a campus college or institute. If you want internships and deep academic research opportunities, join the campus. Then simple way to think about it. If you need a criteria for a career, go to college. Okay? If you need a skill to get results fast, buy online courses. What is actually required from me to get started? One is a clear goal. Know what you want to learn. For example, photography, coding, marketing, or editing. Okay? You do not need to have it 100% figured out, just a rough idea. It is just that you need to be clear of what you need to learn, because you find a lot of courses on that platform. So for you not to get lost in the forest, first get to know what do you want. Okay, what courses do you want to study, and if it is actually possible. Because if I want designing, what do you specifically want? Where do you want to concentrate? Graphics designing, animation is also design, motion graphics is also design. So be specific. And when we get to animation, there is 2D animation, there is 3D animation, there is stop animation, there is, you get it. Niche down so that you understand what do you want to learn, and why do you need it. Then a device and internet. Okay, so most of the times when you're looking at studying from online, one, you need internet. Two, you need a tablet or smartphone. Okay, then a stable internet connection, especially for video lessons. What I would say, about that is with stable internet. When it comes to platforms like Udemy, you find that they even have an app. I already showed you about the app, whereby when I get to Wi-Fi, you can go to any stable internet. You can even go to cafes. Then they give you codes. You install that code on your phone. Then you be there maybe for an hour, download the lessons that you want to learn, buy and download them to your app. Then when you're free at home in your free time, you can open the app and take any lesson of your choice. Okay, you continue from where you stopped. Okay, without maybe failing because of maybe internet and stuff. Okay, so that is what you should understand. Then a platform account. Choose a legit platform like Udemy, Skillshare, or Coursera. Then sign up. So long as you own an email, creating a free account is basically free. They won't charge you to create an account on there. At times they even give discounts like Udemy and Domestika, then Skillshare and Coursera. So with Udemy, when you are someone who is basically new, they usually offer discounts on those courses they sell. And Skillshare does a subscription of $1. So when you're new, you only need to pay $1 and you have access to any course of your choice. Okay, so the payment method. Most platforms accept credit cards, debit cards, or PayPal. So you find that you people, it is just that you do not know. But they usually accept any forms. Some even go ahead and accept Bitcoins. Okay, some even go ahead and accept gift cards, bank transfers, depending on what you you would wish to use. Then time commitment. Set aside a little regular time. Even just 30 minutes a day works. Consistency beats long cramming sessions. Okay, so if you give yourself that consistency of maybe 30 minutes a day for that course, you will also even wonder how you have completed that course in a few weeks, in a few days. Okay, so dedicate time and commit to yourself. Then 6, I would say motivation and discipline. No one is going to force you to finish the course that you bought. Okay, you have to push yourself to complete the lessons and do anything practical. Some even go ahead and request for examples. Okay, so you would also take that. Then optional but helpful things. Okay, to note. Okay, a notebook is required. Okay, I would have showed you mine whereby I take notes of the shortcuts of the like, something that I happen to see that I may need this or I may need to refer to this. I may note the video because you find that they keep on naming them video 16, video 17. So I would take note of the video number, maybe video 16, then also go ahead and note the time, maybe at 3 minutes and 6 seconds this happened. Okay, and I take note of it so that if it comes to me doing my practical bit of it and I need to consult my video again, I specifically know what time that happened that I'm trying to work on. Okay, so a network is crucial. You need to look for a quiet environment whenever you're learning for you to easily concentrate. Okay, then they usually also form groups, okay, whereby you can consult and get guided. Okay, then super simple checklist to start. Choose your topic, pick a trusted platform, make an account on that platform, pay for or enroll in a course. Then set a small daily or weekly study schedule. Then the prices for online courses can vary a lot. So here I'm looking at the prices depending on a few things like the platform, the subject, and whether you are getting a certificate or degree. Here is the rough idea. The free ones, many platforms like Coursera, edX, and Khan Academy offer free courses, but sometimes you pay if you want a certificate. Low cost, around $10 to $100. Websites like Udemy often sell where courses are very cheap, like $12.99 or $19.99 per course. Then subscription based, $20 to $60 per month. Platforms like Coursera, Skillshare Plus charge a monthly fee for unlimited access to courses. Then professional certificates. They usually offer certificates that is around 200 and 2000 programs from places like Coursera, EDX, or Google Career Certificates. Then online degrees, we have they usually cost 5,000 to 30,000. Full bachelor's or master's degree offered online by universities can get expensive, but still often cheaper than attending in person. It really depends on what you are aiming for. Okay, casual learning or a new skill for work or a full career shift. Okay, so those are like the things that you should actually consider before going in for an online course or any other thing. Okay, so let me hope that this video was useful, was helpful. So if you're watching this video and you're a musician, or you're looking at investing into musicians, okay, for you to make money, I encourage you to go to my description. I usually share a lot of content, links and stuff that you need to know actually. So feel free to use those links. Like for musicians, you can happen to join Distrokid and distribute your music to different places all over the world at a cheaper price. Okay, that link in the description offers a discount. So you can distribute your music videos, you can also distribute your music audios, okay, and be earning serious money out of them. So thank you for watching. Thank you for having subscribed. For those of you that are basically new here, we happen to share a lot of content that is helping us improve as creative people, as people who are looking for side hustles. So thank you for watching. Subscribe.